Okay, this is a quick tutorial on three of my favorite annotation tools that allow students to write with you. You can use it as formative assessments because you are getting instant feedback as they're writing and you're writing. So the first one, they're all kind of the same, but they work a little differently. So you may use them all and just use them in different contexts. So the first one is by Google. It's called Jamboard, and it's just as with all Google things, jamboard.google.com. And when you go in there, you are going to, just like everything else with Google, you're going to look for the plus sign to create your Jamboard. Now, you could have already had one that you worked with a student. You might have a student's name that you just keep up with the things. If you're doing individual conferencing or small group conferencing, you might do that. I typically just pull up an empty one. So when you pull up a new one, you're going to have a blank board. So your students can watch you writing on it anyway. So even if you're just needing to show them how to do it, you can pull this up and do it with them. But the other thing is you can share this with them. So if you're in a Google Meet, you can get the link, just copy the link, and in your chat, drop the link in the chat. They'll be able to open it up. Now you've got this interactive whiteboard that all of you can use. So this is kind of what I do if I'm wanting just a quick way to write with students. I can also add a picture. So sometimes I will clip a work problem. As a math teacher, I'll clip a problem and then I'll upload it so that we can actually work the problem as we go along. I think if we went back, you might see some of my Jamboards that already have problems in them, like this. Like this one here, I had copied. Oh, it wasn't this one. It was this one right here. I had copied a problem and pasted it, and then I used it to come up with the answer. So you can actually copy questions onto it in order to do that. So I use this a lot. It's pretty simple to use and a very good annotation tool. The next one is Annotate.net. And I like Annotate.net because it lets me upload PDFs and write on PDFs with my students. So you're going to do the free sign up, click in. You can click in as an educator and put in all your information. I'm already part of it, so I'm just going to log into my account as it is, and you can see. So if you see, these are all the things that I have done. And again, what you do is you look for this plus sign and you're going to import your content. Again, this is one I use if I know that I need to upload some PDF. So I use this a lot for making videos because I could upload, let's say something like this, my notebook file, and then I could annotate with it as I went on. So I could either start over and have fresh, or I could resume. I used resume a lot because I would just do maybe one page of it and then I would stop and then come in. But if I were to start over, then I could use this as I was documenting it in Loom and do my work on here with a touchscreen type thing. So that would be why I use Annotate.net. That's probably the biggest reason I would do that. I can start presenting it, okay, right away to my students. I can stream it live. So that's another thing I can do. The last one I want to show you is whiteboard.fi. And it is really nice and a little different because what it's going to allow me to do is to create a new class. So I can create this new class. Let's just call it demo class. And I'm going to create it. When I create this class, it gives me this web address. All right. So I can put that in. Let's go here. I'm going to set up a new. So this would be my student is putting this in. And when they put this in, they're going to add their name. So little Johnny, and little Johnny is joined in. So this is what little Johnny gets. He gets a whiteboard. He can click this and now see my whiteboard, and this is his whiteboard. So let's go back here to this, and this is my whiteboard. So on my whiteboard, I'm going to write this equation and say, I want you to solve this x plus 3 equals 8. Okay, so this is what I've written. Let's go back here and see what little Johnny has seen on his. So now little Johnny sees this x plus 3 over 8, and little Johnny is going to write on his. Okay, I'm going to do draw text. All right, and he's going to say x equals 8 plus 3. So little Johnny's made a little mistake there, and he has x equals 11. All right, and he's written this. So if I go back to mine as the teacher, I click my class, it's going to show me all of my students' answers. So I can see little Johnny has a mistake here. Now Sally's might be right. It might be x is 5 and this. But they can't see anybody else's. Okay, they can only see mine and theirs. But it gives me an instant view of who is getting things right and who is getting things wrong. And these are done as you go, all right, so that you have a new room code every time. But again, this is called Whiteboard Fee. It is a really great tool. You can clear your work, start again. Your actions, you can push Whiteboard to all the students. You can insert small grids, large grids, math symbols, all right, which is very nice. So I could say x squared plus 5, oops, plus 5 equals 0. Let's get this. Okay, and insert math. And so now I've got this on my board. And if I go back and I look at little Johnny's, you can see this. And he can turn it on or off. So it's a really wonderful, quick way to get kids to log in and join. You don't have to share the Jamboard. You can just, show them the code and they can log in. So anyway, I hope that these 3 tools are useful. If you have questions, again, you can contact me, Laura Kurt at Jessamine County.